I had just put out my video yesterday complaining about the lack of content in Squadron 42 and telling everyone how the community is reaching a boiling point, and Zyloh comes in with a big post on Spectrum giving their side of it. Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Montoya. Zyloh stepped up with a big post on Spectrum giving their side of the story. The first question I have, why did this take 2 months? This took 2 months to put up? Really? It could have been done a bit faster. But listen, let's not jump on it too quickly. First of all, if you don't know who Zyloh is, it's Tyler Whitkin. He's the Director of Community at robotspaceindustries.com. And I gotta say, nicest guy ever. If there was anyone that truly cares about the feelings of the community, who has their finger on the pulse of the community, it is Zyloh and Disco Lando. The problem we're having here is that the higher-ups are not giving Zyloh and Disco Lando the attention they need to get their job done, which is something that is not mentioned in his big long post, but it is implied. But let's go through. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. I skimmed through it before I did this video, and I gotta say, my takeaway from this is that they're going to give us a roadmap to better explain the roadmap. Is that it? I know I'm really dumbing it down, but the last part is basically saying we're going to give you a roadmap which better explains the roadmap. And the frustration, if you've been following it, largely comes from this, which is the Squadron 42 roadmap, which has not been updated for the longest time. And the problem they have is that we want to show you, we CIG want to show you, the backers, the progress we're making without giving away too much, which is nice because I don't want to know much about Squadron 42. I don't. I can't speak for everyone. I want to go into Squadron 42 blind. I don't want to know what the bartender looks like. I don't want to know about the ship that I'll be landing on the first time. I want it all to be a surprise. I can't speak for everyone. There might be people who want the spoilers. I don't want them. That's my personal opinion. But the problem is, for example, Chapter 1, Q3 2019, 1/5 done. What is it? What is happening in Chapter 1, and why is it only there? Why is it not completed? We don't have that information. They cannot share that information. Also, this hasn't been updated in the longest time. So I understand it's a tough balancing act. But let's read through a couple of choice paragraphs here and break down what Zyloh is saying. The opening paragraphs are essentially just looking back at things I've done recently in the past, but let's go over here. With all the Squadron 42 updates, our goal has been to find a balance in sharing Squadron 42 update content while minimally impacting the development team so they can focus on what matters most, finishing the game. Okay, this is a short paragraph, but a very, very important one. I love hearing from the devs. You probably feel the same way as me. You love hearing from the devs on the issues they are experts on. For example, targeting. Let's get the dev that's actually responsible for the targeting UI in the game and having talked to us about that. I love hearing about it. Let's talk about the flight mechanics in Atmosphere. Bring in the guy in charge of the flight mechanics in Atmosphere to tell us how things have changed. I love hearing about this stuff. The problem is the devs are not hired for their positions because they present so well on camera. And I can tell you, being on the camera is a learning process. You don't simply stick a camera on someone and they're good. I cannot imagine how frustrating it must be for both the producers and the devs when they come sit down your desk, they stick up the fancy light, they stick a camera in your face, and they go, tell us about the landing gear compressing. And the dev goes, well, you see, we took the model, and they go, cut. I want more feeling in it. You got to project more. I guarantee that's what happens. And it's frustrating for the guys making the video because they got to make good content. And it's frustrating for the dev because they weren't hired. They don't get paid to sit in front of the camera and try entertain you. It's difficult, especially from these guys who sit there coding all day, who now have to talk to a camera. It's not their wheelhouse. It's not what they do. And it takes time because you do a take and they go back to editing. And they go, you know what? This dev doesn't sound excited at all about what he's doing. And if you are not excited about the compression of the landing gear, how is anyone else going to be excited about it? And they have to go back and reshoot it. So now you've wasted 2 hours of the dev's day. And now the lighting was bad in that take, or the mic cut out in that take. So now you've wasted 3 hours. How much time can you take out of the guy's day before you're saying, listen, it's enough, I can't do it anymore? But I guarantee that some of them are fed up and don't want to be involved in videos. It just drains them. It is very draining. So that's what this paragraph is about. And it is quite a major one. He goes on to mention how the Squadron 42 video update is going to be in a show called The Briefing Room. And The Briefing Room is going to be a low effort and scrappy show. Here is the problem. And you know what it is immediately. If you are a subscriber to Star Citizen, you're paying $20 bucks a month to be a subscriber. That money is going towards this kind of content. Not this kind of content, but the content they make like Briefing Room. So if Briefing Room is a low effort, scrappy show, can you imagine the salt that will come out if it's below par, if it's underneath the normal level of what people expect? If the audio's off, if the lighting is bad, if the content isn't as good as they want, you will see people crying and screaming saying, this is what I paid 20 bucks a month for? I'm canceling my subscription. Why am I paying for this crap? Guaranteed. Not only that, but you'll have massively OP, you'll have IGN, you'll have all the other journalists out there going, $300 billion has been invested. This is the video they make for $398 billion in funding? Which is exactly what they'll say. Now, Zyloh knows this. He wants to avoid that. So when they try to make a lower effort and scrappy show, and then they watch it, they go, if we put this out, they will demolish us. We cannot put this out. But to put out a higher quality show takes time, which you're now taking from the devs. So I get it. It is difficult. So I understand. Exactly. Let's move on. Originally, we thought we could simply splice in fresh B-roll. They're talking about the footage they spent the next few days. Okay, this is the, I don't get this paragraph. Listen, they made a video, they wanted footage, they wanted B-roll, they needed the art team to give them some assets. The art team was busy doing other stuff, and they had to actually do it in their own free time. Therefore, the Squadron 42 art team could only work on capturing new footage after normal work hours. No salaried worker wants to work after normal work hours. Guaranteed, these guys just want to go home, or if they're working from home, they just want to lie down and just binge watch something on Netflix with the cat. They don't want to work after hours. So part of the delay is due to the art team having other things to do at the moment, and the show, Briefing Room, was not the priority. Now, I'm not going to make excuses. I understand that if it's delayed 1 week, fine. 2 weeks, yeah, some guy went on vacation, you have to wait. 3 weeks, stretching it. 4 weeks, it's getting long now. 6, 7, 8 weeks later, we still don't have the fresh B-roll footage. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sure there's an explanation for it. But listen, when you say, hey, we've got some cool footage to show you, and you know how the community loves to see this new material, and then it takes 8 weeks or 10 weeks to get it out, obviously we're frustrated. And, I mean, you can't force the art team to work after normal hours, but prioritize it then. When Tyler Whitkin, when Zyloh goes to management and goes, guys, I needed to give me 10 hours so the art team can do this, management, listen, because the community is really pissed. And then you get all the press from Inside Gaming, which is loving this, going, oh, 350 million invested. They can't even put together a video, which is exactly what they're going to be saying about this. So come on, management, give them the hours, give them the resources, get it done. Get it done. We've certainly communicated delays and reasons for it. We've even had Brian Chambers on. Poor Brian Chambers. I mean, everyone loves Brian Chambers. He has to keep on explaining and making excuses. So lower down here is, I guess, where they lose me. Well, they don't lose me, but it seems that they're obviously very excited about giving us a better roadmap to explain the roadmap. And I guess it's difficult for us to be excited about it because, I mean, it's a roadmap, fine. I mean, what are you going to do? Like splash on some colors and make things easier to read? I get it. So I'm going to withhold criticism on the whole roadmap to show us a new roadmap until we actually see it. But I mean, Zyloh seems excited to share it in a couple of weeks. I can't say I'm excited for a new roadmap showing us the roadmap. I want to see footage. I want to know that you've been working on Squadron 42 and it's going well. I want to know that you're on track for the beta. These are the things the community wants to know. The fact that giving us a better roadmap might better explain this and might give us more clues about it, but it doesn't take much from someone working in Squadron 42 to say, guys, I know everyone's concerned. I was going to say things are going great, and we're very excited to show you some very new and exciting material on Thursday. Give us a date, meet that date, and do it. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Anyway, I guess we should wait to see the roadmap, right? Guys, if you enjoy this content, you know what to do. Thumbs up, subscribe below. Your comments always appreciated. What do you think is going to happen? What are we going to see? Let me know. Catch you in the next one.